So what is going on, people? Welcome to episode 64 of the Peterborough United Career Mode here on FIFA 23. I hope you are doing well. You might be able to hear it in my voice. I think I'm starting to get ill. I was sat yesterday, as I record this in real time, I was sat out yesterday watching Reading get beaten by a beloved Peterborough. And that's the wrong way around. But anyway, I was sat out in the rain. And you know what they say, sat in the rain, I was soaked. I think I'm getting ill from that. But by God, I want to finish this series. I'm so keen to play. And I just want to see how this season turns out. Especially after last episode, which if you haven't seen it, by all means go and check it out. It's probably going to be a long one. I haven't edited it together yet. But I was recording for over 2.5 hours. And all I'm going to say is watch for the transfers. We went ham in the end in January. I think we brought in 5 new players. And yeah, it's just insane. But today, we imported Decore. Interesting. But yeah, we have a few games today, as per usual. We start with this home game against Inter Milan in the first knockout round of the Champions League. We then have Everton and Chelsea, and then QPR in the Cup, and then Leicester at home in the league. We'll definitely sim the QPR game. I haven't actually decided the other game that we'll sim. Probably Leicester, although last time we simmed against Leicester, they absolutely battered us. So maybe that's not the wisest thing. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to look at the Premier League table. So as things stand in the Premier League, then United have played their game in hand, and thankfully they were held to a draw by Palace. Lovely stuff. So we are 6 points adrift. We are in second, but this is the biggest gap we've had for a little while. Arsenal are level on points with us. Chelsea a couple behind. We've got a good gap to Forest. It's obviously City. You know, there's 4 or 5 teams battling it out for those top 4 spots. Who are we playing today? Chelsea, obviously they're in 4th, so we'll play them. And then Everton and Leicester. Yeah, so we'll sim the Leicester games and the QPR game at the end of the episode. We'll play these first 3. Let me go through the squad then, introduce you to some players you might not have met yet. But yeah, we've got, obviously, this is our starting lineup. We've changed recently. Dropped Gomez for Edwards. Really enjoying Ronnie Edwards there. I think he's superb. Quinton Timber was a marquee signing that we made in January. I wanted to improve in the central midfield area. We had a lot of money. Quinton Timber came in from Frankfurt for about 64 million. But then things took a turn because Zachary Saunders, our young winger that came through in the academy, Wolves bid 77 million for him. So, we let him go. That gave us more money than we originally started with. So we brought in plenty of new additions. We brought in Marquinhos from Leicester for about £45 million. We brought in Jacob Ramsey from Everton for about £37 million. We brought in this guy, Mattis Ablin from Rennes, and proper backup striker for a similar sort of price. And we brought in JamoPlays as well for about £19 million. So properly levelling up our depth, I would say. Obviously, we've got some players there. Sigurdsson has now agreed to move to Spurs for just, I think it's £21 million. In other news, Dan Bentley has grown to 78. Things you love to see, but he is going to be leaving us at the end of the season. Absolute hero of the save. And Laurie Santero is in loan to buy talks with PSG. So there you go. But yeah, I think we've really levelled up this squad, like I said, in terms of the depth. But this is the starting lineup for us at this moment in time. And well, without any further ado, let's go and play Inter Milan in the knockout rounds of the Champions League. And well, this is the Inter side then. As you can see, a number of top quality names in that side. I am a little bit worried, I won't lie. Melier in goal, Christensen, Militao, Van Dijk at the back, Musiala, Fofana, Rodri, Decore, Chukwueze in the midfield. Mane and Martinez up front. There are a number of stars in that side. This is going to be difficult, especially over 2 legs. I really hope we don't get blown out the water. But dealing with some of their attacking play could be very difficult indeed. But Jankovic finds Elias early doors. cut back and find Estrada. There's Timber. Timber again. Need the runner. Estrada is there. We'll try and have a strike with Estrada. And Melier equal to it. A pretty good strike from Estrada, actually. But, yeah, Melier does well to get across and tip it over. Shall we knock it on? Oh, it's saved by Melier. And headed, cleared away, I should say. Tanganga brings it down. Find Estrada once again. Oh, just tried to slip that through to Vidal, but it's short. Whipped in, though. And Elias looks to get there. But it's round the header, I think. Is it Militao who's got his head on it? It is indeed Eder Militao. Up from the back for the corner. Tanganga, I think it was, desperately trying to get on the end of it. No, it's Elias that I've got control of. Nets misses it. Galaxy can't quite get there. And well, it's an early lead for our visitors inside 15 minutes. And yeah, the crowd stunned into silence. Get a ball in if he can. Oh, and Van Dijk. Estrada was free behind him if the Dutchman had missed it, but his superiority in the air. Estrada, that's a lovely piece of play. Oh, and tries to get Elias in behind Musiala, but it's a good interception from Jankovic. Nets on the overlap. No options really in the area. There's Garner, and there's a strike, and Garner forces one in at the near post, and he will celebrate with the Peterborough fans. He's drawn us level. Didn't really have much of an option, but Garner just peeled off from Militao. Excuse me. And was able just to get a quick shot off at the near post. Just had to beat Melier with power. He'll be disappointed to be beaten at his near post. But we weren't behind for long. We draw level against Inter. Good tackle from Timber. And he can set Garner away now. Up against Militao. Can he get away from him? Looks like he can. Joseph Garner has found the back of the net, and he's single-handedly turned this game around. Just a few minutes before half-time, and Inter's goal scorer could not deal with our main man. The pace to get away from the Brazilian, bearing down on goal. Yeah, Militao just can't deal with him. And Garner on the corner of the 6-yard area puts his laces through it, keeps it nice and low. Difficult for Melier to get down to it. He's not far off, to be fair. But the Inter man cannot keep it out. And we lead for the first time in these knockout rounds. The Inter have now got to come out, but we know what they're capable of. And we're certainly not going to take anything for granted as of yet. They've already had the ball in our net, of course, for a second time, which was thankfully ruled out for offside. But the quality of their players, we've got to be fearful all the time. Another corner to deal with. Hopefully, we can deal with this one successfully. We can indeed. Edwards gets it away, only as far as the Decore. Out wide, Mane. It's a good save from Galaxy. And there goes the half-time whistle. The last action of the first half. But, yeah, these fans will certainly be happy with the fighting spirit that their team have shown in this first half. And that man, again, arguably now one of the best strikers, if not the best striker in world football. A little ball there in for Ghana. Needed extra runners, really. He's not going to get it. Ah, just over-dribbled it. Just waiting for Estrada to get past the other centre-half to be able to play him in. Oh no, we could be exposed now. Martinez. Zabani needs to stay with him if he can. Tanganga. Oh, that's a lovely finish. Trying to get in the way of the where I thought the ball was going to go with Tanganga, but it's Decore who's found the back of the net for Inter Milan. Maybe they had a bit of a rocket up the backside at half-time from the manager. Long ball forward from Sadio Mane, looking for Basuma, who's on this left-hand side for some reason. There's a ball in, and it's Rodri who's there to get the header ahead of Quentin Timber. Stroikens. I was too busy looking at the name and trying to see how to pronounce it, but can we hold out, please? Thank God, Timber. Oh, Christian. It's all you now, mate. Christian, turn of the body. Christian Vidal. It's all you, son. It's all you. He's away from his defenders. Christian Vidal He's found the winner in the 92nd minute. We do take a lead to the San Siro for the second leg. And it's the man Christian Vidal giving it big. He knows he is a weapon in this side. And opportunities like that, he is not going to sniff. His finishing has improved so much more confident in him now. But the gap was there. And that pace, see you later, son. No one's catching him. Melier, nothing that he can do. Vidal, the time to pick his spot. Oh, breathe for a moment. The last kick of the game. Advantage Peterborough as we head into the second leg. My word, what a start to this episode. A breathless start. That was hard work. And looking at the stats, we probably deserve the win as well, to be fair. Oh, Barca beat Roma in the first leg of their tie as well. But all that excitement is for nothing now. We have to focus now on the Premier League. And well, our first game is against Everton. Well, I didn't think I'd be in this position. Obviously, it's not going to matter, but I'm negotiating a deal for Zabani because Betis are stumping up good money. And they reckon I can potentially get about as much as I would want for him. I'm going to go all out and ask for the max that they reckon we could get. So I'm going to ask for the 78 mil. They've come up to 74.1. So they've increased theirs by 12. Minimum 75 I wanted. We offer 75, you can have him. Yeah, so 75 million for a centre-half. He is by far and away our best centre-back, but that's money I'm not going to turn down. Oh well, Sabani could be off to Betis at the end of this season. And there is San Siro. He's agreed his loan to buy with PSG that would start at the end of this season. I think the future fee with San Siro is like 22 million or something. So this is the Everton side then for this first Prem game of the episode. Omlin in goal. Frimpong, Gibson, Zuma and Garcia at the back. Inali, Seaveld, Bruno Guimaraes, Souza and Harry across the midfield with Joe Gelhardt up top. Bruno Guimaraes, a January signing, as is Weston McKennie, I believe, that's on the bench for them. Joe Gelhardt, one of the strikers that we were actually looking at in January, potentially bringing in, but apparently quite injury prone. So, you know what I'm like with injury prone players. Was immediately discarded. Estrada into Vidal. Cuts back. Tries to fight. Oh my word, what a strike from Christian Vidal. That came off his boot speed, didn't it? Beaten at the near post, and I just said we know how good Jonas Omlin can beat. And well, I think potentially I might have just cursed him, to be honest, but beaten at his near post, he will not be happy with that, but it did come at him at speed. Frimpong unable to contend with Vidal. Maybe arguably unsighted Omlin, but even still, he was almost from the edge of the area. I think he's probably just been beaten by the pace of the strike, to be honest, but we let's to take the corner now. Aims towards the middle. Oh, Tanganga desperately trying to get on there. It's Timber now. He'll have the long range strike. My word. That was heading towards the top corner, if not for a fantastic save from Omlin. And a sub for Everton is new man Weston McKennie, who is going to come on for them. Timber with the corner. Aims for that front stick. Garnett trying to get there. Headed away by Everton, and it will be another corner. Timber aims for Garner again. Can we get on this one? Estrada just about. Oh my word. Oh, great interception from Tanganga. Oh, Garnett just had the ball robbed off him there. Thought it might be a free kick in there, but adjudged to have won it fairly, the defender. Tanganga. It's a lovely ball and a lovely little lay down. And it's Gelhardt who's fired into the back of the net. And I said Everton weren't out of this game. And well, a lovely passage of play. Lovely ball in. And I'm not too sure who that is. That Bruno who's just knocked that down? It could well be. But a lovely little touch. Cushion just to find Gelhardt who sweeps that into the back of the net. And yeah, we've not been at our best in this game, and it's really starting to show against an Everton's against an Everton side that we should be comfortably beating. Oh no, no, Gomez. Oh! What's gone on there? Let's want to know. Farias it is. I think it's literally just come on as a substitute. Gomez just tried to pass it out. That's just pure reactions. That's unfortunate. But, yeah, Everton have turned this game around. Is it midweek? Oh, my word. Champions League hangover. That's the... Is it finally... Has the curse finally hit us? Elias. Oh, he's managed to get away from his man. Elias is in behind. Elias! He finds the back of the net. The change has worked. We've broken through. He picks up the ball. He knows the importance. We need to get 3 points from this game. Come on, lads. Lovely little piece of play. Elias on his right peg. Finds the bottom corner. I think another change might be in the offing. Oh my god, he's put Vidal through. Vidal! It's an instant impact from Jacob Ramsey, and it could well be a winner from Vidal, just like it was in the intergame. Everton hearts broken. Ramsey instantly coming on and finding the assist. The Everton fans stunned, the Peterborough fans go mad. Vidal takes the plaudits, but Jacob Ramsey with his first touch... He's offside, Vidal. He looks offside. With his first touches as a Peterborough player, has arguably just set up the winning goal in this game. The change of tactic has worked for us again. Get in, you beauties. Zabani up from the back, loving it. Ampadu loving it. Vidal with his 15th Premier League goal this season. What a signing. And well, welcome to Peterborough, Jacob Ramsey. You absolute beauty. Farias. Edwards. Oh no, it still made it through to Seavald. Thank goodness for that. Galaxy alive and alert to it. Get to his fingertips. Push it round the post. But come on, boys. Nothing lacks now. Good header out. Oh, Vidal. Oh, has been brought down there. He's still going to get there, though, ahead of his man. Oh, I'm trying to find Ramsey with the pass. Galaxy will collect. And there goes the final whistle. 1-0 up to 2-1 down to 3-2 winners. Frank bitterly disappointed. Looks like he's had a slight bit of Botox done there. But Vidal off to a cracking start with this one. Not great keeping from Omlin, but yeah, Vidal at the double. And Elias with the other goal. Absolutely superb win. And Everton dominated the ball. I feel hard done by. Arsenal pick up a win. United pick up a win, which isn't good for us. But still, we plough on. Still in second. Still 6 points behind United. And now we have the small task of going to Stamford Bridge. And there we go. Confirmation. Zabani would be leaving us at the end of this season. Real Betis, £75 million. It's, you know, he's one of our best players, and I've really, really enjoyed Zabani, but that sort of money, especially for a defender, is very hard to turn down. So, yeah, maybe for him, you know, felt like a new challenge, but yeah, there's very good money for us. I might have a look for centre-backs and agree to bring one in just for, you know, for realism purposes. How much money have I got now? It hasn't gone into the budget, apparently. That's not very good. Well, if it was in the budget, I would have looked for a new centre-half, but never mind. I'm still scouting wingers. Right, yeah, on to Chelsea. No Premier League graphics for this one, as I'm afraid, as they came up and decided to blow my nose. So, Mendy is in goal, back five of James, Tuta, Araujo and Inacio, with Chilwell on the left, Llorente and Havertz in the middle, Raheem Sterling on the right, Caliamendo through the middle, Pulisic on the left, and Tielemans is there, Tierney, Chesney. So, not too much in terms of attacking options. That's the guy that Spurs have just signed in real life, I think. But yeah, I mean, some absolutely superb, like Havertz is ridiculous. Pulisic, I hate playing on this game. Sterling is annoying. So yeah, I think the centre-backs are all lacking fitness as well. So hopefully we can exploit that. We are unchanged, as you might imagine. But yeah, otherwise, let's get into the game, shall we? Of course, Chelsea fighting with us for those top four spots. So if we could pick up a win today, that would really do us a world of favours, but also a bit of revenge for the pacing that they gave us earlier in the season. That would be quite nice as Vidal picks up on Sterling's loose pass. Timber into Jankovic. Well, it's actually Estrada, but it's a little ball over the top. Garner gets there ahead of his man, and Joseph Garner will bury that. And inside 6 minutes, we take a lead at Stamford Bridge, and it was all rather too easy, to be perfectly honest, from Chelsea's point of view. Garner with the desire to get there ahead of his man. I think it's Inacio, just a touch away from him. And well, he had the space to bear down on goal, and Edouard Mendy, unfortunately for the keeper, is not going to be stopping that one. 24 goals in 27 for the Premier League for Joseph Garner so far this season. We have made the perfect start at Stamford Bridge. Lassio, long ball forward, and Chilwell could actually get onto that. He's beaten Tanganga to it. Oh, come on. It's a lovely finish from Caliamendo, but applying that sort of finish from that angle as well. Tanganga, yeah. From there, I mean, it's a lovely finish, but Tanganga needs to be doing better there for me. He's on a bit of a mad one here, you know. Have to cut this one back if we can. Goes in for the tackle, the centre half. Garner. Timber. Strike on his left peg. It's a good save from Mendy, pushing it round the post. Getting closer to finding a good first goal for the club is Quentin Timber. Defending with one hand, which isn't ideal at this moment in time. Zabani. Oh, that's just too easy. I hate those sorts of goals where they come in from the side and they just close control. You can't get near them, spin you, and then just pass to the free man. Like, conceded so many of those goals. Just a little ball roll from Pulisic doing me in, and we find ourselves behind again. And it's Kai Havertz, the man I highlighted before the game, who said was a big problem. Oh, Vidal. Vidal. Surely not Christian Vidal. Christian Vidal. Christian Vidal. This man is absolutely sensational. That close control, finding those gaps and just exploiting it. Just get off me, Araujo. Brushing past him. Firing it into the back of the net. Christian Vidal, you little beauty. If you want something out of nothing, give the ball to Christian Vidal. The last kick of the half as well. Absolutely superb stuff. Draws us back level. The two sides cannot be separated at the moment, it seems. Chelsea having more of the ball, we're having more of the shots. It's a fairly even game, and you would say that looking at it as well. Edwards, now Estrada. And now that's a ball. And Vidal is in behind. And Christian Vidal is in again. And Christian Vidal will score on the counter. And we lead once again at Stamford Bridge. The pass from Angel Estrada, absolutely superb. Clinical counter-attacking goal. Just a cheeky little wink to the Chelsea fans from Christian Vidal. But all about that pass. Who's that in centre midfield? Who's the number 7? Who? Oh, it's Llorente. Actually almost kept up with Vidal as well. And knocked him off his stride as he was bending that one into the far corner. But Christian Vidal, the man, the myth, the legend, quickly becoming a hero in his own right of the channel. The Chelsea fans willing their team on as we enter the final 10 minutes. A big roar just going around Stamford Bridge. And Caliamendo is in. Oh, and it's bounced off the head of Tanganga. I don't know how much he knew about it. Havertz with a strike. Zabani just stands still. Referee, will take that foul, please. Or we'll just take the ball from Vidal. And it's another ball over the top. Is Garner going to get there? He is. Joseph Garner will bury this. And will bury this game. We will take 3 points from Stamford Bridge. And out, the ball over the top. Chelsea's kryptonite. You can see fans getting up out of their seats. Heading for those exits. Well, the pride of London, it said there. Joseph Garner very much quickly becoming the pride of London, much to the dismay of the Chelsea fans. A finish of real quality, just on the half volley, drills it down into the ground, makes it so hard for Mendy. But yeah, that ball over the top, that's pretty basic football, and Chelsea have fallen victim to it on more than one occasion in this game. It could be about to get worse for them as well, as Elias is The centre-half needed to come across there as Elias has finished this game off. We are well and truly battering Chelsea at this point as Elias goes to take the mick and celebrate with the Chelsea fans. I don't know why that animation is there, but even still, I don't know why he didn't shift this onto his left foot. I mean, the fact he scored is good enough for me, but Chelsea have just fallen apart now at the end of this game, and your things you love to see. But yeah, I think the hardest team I've had to play in this save is actually Chelsea. I hate playing against Chelsea in this career mode. Kind of glad that that's the last time, fingers crossed, that I'm having to do it. Yeah, Potter not happy, and I'm not surprised, but we've absolutely turned up there. What's that? Garner, Vidal. So 2 apiece with Vidal and Garner, and Elias getting in on the act as well. Possession, actually, we drew level in terms of possession with them, but just had more shots, so you could argue the win probably doesn't flatter us. Maybe 5-2 does, though. Absolutely superb win for everyone involved. And now I think, it's on to the 2 sim games. So FA Cup 5th round against QPR, and then Leicester in the league. Right, FA Cup 5th round then against QPR. And this is how we line up. Complete change. Well, 10 changes. Bustos in goal. Gomez at right back. Edwards keeps his spot with Ampadu next to him. Actually, just going to swap those 2 round because Edwards is more comfortable on his left peg. Graham at left back. Palhinha and Blanco in the middle. Marquinhos on the right. Ramsey in the 10. Elanga on the left with Ablin up top. Hopefully, this should be safe passage into the next round. Only just Ablin with the winning goal. QPR actually had the better of the ball. Very even game. So, yeah, we only just get the job done. But to get the job done we do, which is absolutely fine. Now into the quarterfinals, I believe, of the FA Cup. We are indeed. So Reading are in the quarterfinal. Reading, Brighton, Fulham, us, Brentford, Newcastle, Norwich and Spurs. FA Cup's ours to win this season, surely. So for the final game of this episode then, this is how Leicester look to line up for the sim game. Castiles in goal, Gertruda, Badiashile, Kanate and Bayer in at the back. Nabry, Rodri and Didi, Dewsbury Hall and Rabiot across the midfield with Rocha up top. That's such a good team. They're really struggling. Oh, by the way, Bayer in, is this going to come up? Oh no, it came up with a different player. Bayer in, his trim and his moustache, unbelievable on this game. But yeah, that's a really solid team. They're really struggling. They did batter us the last time we played a sim game against them. So, who knows? That Rotter is a regen up front. He's someone that I looked at to bring in when we brought in Ablin. We are unchanged. Vidal is up to 88 because he's just ridiculous. Timber's grown as well, actually, which is quite nice. But yeah, hopefully we can get some revenge on Leicester for the last sim game. And they beat us again. Of course they do. Nabry and Rodri, the goal scorers for them. Zabani scoring for us, the consolation. They had the slightly better of the game, so probably fair enough. 2 defeats to Leicester this season. That's really not good enough, to be honest. But we are back to Champions League action. Oh well, if we have a look... But actually, if we have a look at the first leg ties in this, Barca beat Roma 2-1. Leverkusen beat United 3-0. Blimey. Real Madrid have a 1-0 lead over Napoli. City 2-1 over PSG. Benfica Arsenal 2-0. Villarreal 4-2 over Club Brugge. And Juventus 1-0 over Dortmund. So yeah, the second leg of our tie, against Inter, trip to San Siro, will start the next episode. If we have a look at the Premier League table, yeah, that defeat to Leicester really hasn't helped things. 6 points adrift, but with a game in hand. United, having a game in hand, and Arsenal have a game in hand as well. City now level on points with us. Those 2 points, that win over Chelsea has helped keep them 2 points adrift. So the top 5 really are the breakaway pack, but it's who out of that top 5 are going to fill those 4 spots. Interesting to see. But if we have a look at what's to come in the next episode then, well, with how the fixtures are falling and our, continued progression in competitions, I think I might have to do an extra upload to finish this season. So I'd forecasted for another 2 episodes, but we've still got 12 games left, and I don't want to sim that many games, to be honest. So yeah, we'll have to do an extra upload, so we can probably reduce it to 4 games an episode. So we'll do Inter to start the next one, Brentford in the FA Cup, Arsenal in the league, and then Bournemouth in the league as well. I imagine we'll probably sim the Bournemouth game, but I will decide in due course. But that, guys, is everything for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, pop a like on there for me, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.